All right. In case you fell asleep in the last match, it's 2020. You slept for 2 years. This is the MGM 407. Again with Johnny in the finals.
Hello. No, not again. That's the first time I'm in the finals of the
No, in 2020 you will be.
Oh, right.
Yeah. No, this is still MGM 13 from Berlin. I'm Toffel. We're watching Johnny, who's also here against Justus, who made us, enjoy
some
his
beautiful magic. Because drawing cards is always something
it's
I
always
enjoy.
in the eye of the
Observer.
right? Yeah, like for Justus probably it was one of the most beautiful moments.
Mm-hmm.
So we have 4-color aggressive with Justus. Not
Very
playing
aggressive. With deck fade and treasure cruise.
I mean, we have 3-color control, and again, that looks like a Grixis control hand, except for the Windswept Thief. And we have Azurius dorky creatures on the right.
Wait a minute. They are not dorky. They are fine creatures.
They're fine, yeah.
Very fine creatures. Yeah, it's a blue mid-range deck with creatures, and Justus playing a 4-color tempo list, I would say. Interesting that he's mulligan that. I mean, yeah, the basic mountain is kind of meh, and he wants some action against my deck, I think, in the early games, and he has a lot of tools which help him. Him being on the play is really important, I think, because, he needs to make sure to get on the board early, I think. I would say he's the aggressor on this deck matchup, so.
So, on a scale from 1 to...
Let's say 10.
Every non-blue card gets banned. How good was Teferi being printed?
I mean, yeah, he is a good card, and he's ridiculous in some matchups.
Come on, don't tell me he's not the best.
I would play Fractured Identity over Teferi, I think. Maybe I'm stupid, but...
Well, no arguments there.
Obviously, he's a great card, and I'm happy that Blue-White got him, but... Yeah, I guess he's pretty busted, yeah. I can't argue with that.
So Justus here keeps the hand with a nice Seeker of the Way on turn 2. Unfortunately draws Bomard a turn too late. Well, there would only be tapped lands, but Bomard Currency is very, very interesting card. Like, this card is so strong, and we see it now also being played in Legacy. And
yeah, I was going to say, the Grixis decks in Legacy play that card, and yeah, it's really strong. And Justus' deck is kind of this Grixis tempo deck, right? So I think that's why he included it, or maybe he just likes the card. And makes sense with a lot of cheap spells that you want to refill your hand. Yeah. So we can see that my hand is kind of slow. The only thing I have going for me is the Remand.
Angel of Sanctions. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. You said dorky cards, right? Dorky creatures.
Yeah, I was right.
Okay. How much would you like to see the Fire Ice in his main phase to maybe find a land and attack for 3 with a Seeker?
Yeah.
Things don't block that many spells in my deck. I mean, that's not true. I actually block a lot of spells because I have a lot of 3-drops, but he doesn't know that at this point.
I think the damage is not as important as...
The damage is not important, but just to get it through? I don't know. If I have
I also, maybe it's just good because if you play something on turn 3, which, besides Back to Gazix, which is the worst card ever printed.
Oh, yeah, that's a good thing, yeah. Wait, I mean, like, you don't like the card?
No, at Justus' point of like watching it would be the worst card ever printed. So,
by the way, I'm not sure why I'm playing the Supreme Verdict here.
Just to be sure, you really hate that Seeker.
No, the thing is, I have 2 counter spells, 3 even if I want to.
Yeah, you really, really don't like the Seeker. Like,
yeah,
it's just personal.
The thing is, yeah, I can see that he's mana screwed, and why wouldn't I bait more creatures out? I don't know. Okay, Path to Exile is a really bad card here. I never want to cast it against a screwed opponent. And
if only you had something that would
something like a
be really good. Like that, that draws cards and also lets you counter the spells and just wins the game eventually. Have you any idea what that could be?
The thing is, I don't think I'm playing Teferi here. I'm playing...
Yeah, what you're playing? Fractured Reality?
Yeah, I'm playing this. No. I should play the Angel of Sanction.
You don't even know what you're playing. This was like 2 weeks ago.
To this point, I'm not convinced or not sure how strong Teferi is. That's how No, the thing is, I think it's better to play. I mean, yeah, I have the counter backup, sure, this way. Yeah, probably it's right to just resolve Teferi.
No. I mean, I can see how Teferi is just bad if you choose to not play him all the time. How's Teferi? He never did anything for me. Like, really?
The thing is, I just want to get in the beatdown before he draws mana. So, yeah, maybe that's wrong. Yeah, it's an easy remand here because he doesn't have a second blue, and I just want to get through it.
Something you couldn't have cast if you would have cast the Angel.
Fair point.
Let's see how quick you win the game, right?
Okay, yeah, that's not a real Magic game. I mean, my opponent is screwed.
So
and I have thing in my hand.
I know you, right? One of your favorite sayings is "never lucky."
Yeah.
Or one time.
Well, I'm not the one-time guy, to be honest. I'm the never lucky guy.
Okay.
I'm usually not asking for one more time, or one time.
So, would that considered be never lucky, like you're 1-0 in the finals?
On the draw against a tempo deck, yeah.
That's you still expect to lose, right?
Yeah. I'm not. I have no idea how my chances are against this deck, like the probabilities. What would you say, like from an outsider perspective? You saw a lot of cards from Justus already.
So. I would say your chances are 55%.
Oh, so you think I'm favored?
I don't know. I just rolled to die, and it's 55.
Wow. Okay. Thanks for the accurate science here.
Yeah, that's probably as much accurate as I can be.
Okay.
No, I'm not here the expert. You're the expert.
Yeah. Speaking of expert, I'm not sure why I'm countering this. Like really, like he's screwed. I just doesn't care. I don't care that he's removing my Stoneforge Mystic.
Yeah, and Johnny making a 5-minute monologue why you shouldn't use Force of Will on your opponent's P. Marishka. Also, Johnny using on the spells that don't matter.
Fair point. Because now I'm exposed to something bigger, like I don't know.
Like Faden?
Yeah. The thing is, I already have Angel of Sanctions in my hand and have a force if really things go south.
Yeah, talk about Angel of Sanctions. I mean, this is kind of the time. This is not a card that I ever saw in any Highlander deck.
Yeah, it's not my idea. It's from Luca. He basically said he played it and he was satisfied with it. I saw some games where he played it, and it always seemed good enough because in a blue mid-range meta, it's really a strong card. First of all, it gets rid of problematic permanents like Planeswalker, and even if it gets answered, if it's not by Swords or Path, you just can buy it back from the graveyard, which can't be countered, and that's really strong. At the same time, it's just a body in the air, which blocks a lot. Like, I'm not saying it's the best card in the universe, but it fits the deck, I would say.
It is the best card in the universe.
I mean, there's Teferi, right? So,
right.
Like, it's more like a pet card, if I'm honest here. I'm not saying maybe it's not even fitting for the deck, but I was pleased by it, and it performed well in the tournament, and I wouldn't cut it.
The point is you can never really assess it when you don't test it.
That's true, yeah.
And there's no better space to test cards than just a good tournament, right?
And that's really interesting, by the way. Every time a new edition comes out, I'm amazed how bad the evaluation skills of the community and my own skills are. Like every time you just
mine, but also everybody else's. You're so bad.
Like every time I'm really surprised how good cards are at the end. Like it's usually not the other way, like that you overvalue a card. Most of the time you say it's too bad for Highland, that can't be good enough. But then you play with it and yeah, it's actually quite good.
It's usually those cards that you don't know, like you're not familiar with the effect.
Yeah, exactly. Like especially if they add something new to the format, like let's say Risk Factor, which is a new card with a new mechanic which you didn't see before.
Yeah.
And turns out Jumpstart is a really strong mechanic in some kind of decks. Okay, here I'm.
Yeah, we see it also now that the Phoenix, the that comes back. People in the beginning said it's horrible, but right now it's been played in Modern, it's been played in Standard.
Yeah.
I could also see this in like Justus decks, for example.
Yeah.
Right?
He could make it work, I guess. The thing is, you never want to cast it really in the deck, right? You always want it in the graveyard, and then you have to play Faceless Looting and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, definitely. You have to change it maybe
I mean,
a little.
By the way, you should play Faceless Looting anyway in every red deck. That's also a thing, but.
So would say Faceless Looting is underrated?
For sure. In the Highlander community, I think. I mean, in Modernist Legacy, it enables decks, right? Like, because of that card, decks exist.
That's true.
And that's always a strong sign for the power level of a card. So, I don't know why I get rid of the Delver here. I should get rid of the Courier. I'm really curious about my thought of line. The thing is, it's a long
We should
tournament.
ask.
No, it was a really long tournament, and it's a finals. And I think I play a bit loose here, to be honest.
To be fair, this final is played, I think, 11 hours after the tournament started, right?
It was a really long day, but I don't want to use it as an excuse, but still.
It's just reasonable. I mean, it might hurt, but you're also just human. And
yeah, it's really hurting.
Yeah.
Okay, now we see the game is over. I mean, it was over the point where I cast the Teferi and then untap with it, I guess. So
you could have cast Angel. That's also good.
True.